I was a kid watching it, like when Chaozu sacrificed himself when that they played that song.
No, that was
that little theme song they played, and I'm like, that shit was impactful me because obviously I was like, I never knew that he was gonna come back, and they got the.
Welcome into the Over 9,000 podcast, where we basically talk about anime, Marvels, pop culture, and it's an unfiltered, like just regular discussion, just raw. You know, we're just gonna give it to you straight. We're gonna talk how we talk. We don't have any sponsors, so we can do whatever we want, which is the beauty of it all. My name is Tom, or Vintage Rush. That's Romeo. Go ahead and introduce yourself, Romeo.
What's good? I'm Romeo, or Retros, and yeah, it's gonna be a great podcast. We got some awesome topics today.
He does Whatnot, and he has really great collectibles on Whatnot, so you guys might want to check those out. That's my dog Rashid over there. Go ahead and introduce yourself too as well.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Rashid, or follow me at Instagram on Zombie Hulk.
And then we got a special guest. Apparently, this guy is insanely good at Call of Duty, or at least he thinks he is. But go ahead and introduce yourself.
Might be thinking, yeah.
Go ahead, don't
no
be shy
doubt,
over there.
no
This
doubt.
motherfucker talks the craziest shit all the time. Don't be shy. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
When you grow up on Call of Duty servers, I mean, you learn fast. But anyway, my name's Crucial. Go ahead and follow me on Instagram on Angel Hernandez.
No, you got a little TikTok too. You be doing the shots and shit on there. What's your TikTok?
My TikTok is the same shit. Angel Hernandez 8899.
Hey, you need to change that shit to Crucial Madness or some
You
shit.
can follow me on Twitch on Crucial Hernandez.
Oh, there you go. See, there you go. He actually has a cool name. All right. So yeah, man, let's just get into it right off the bat. Today we're going to be talking about Spider-Man, and I guess we're going to be talking about the movies, right?
Yeah.
So we have obviously Spider-Man 1 through 3 was made by Sam Raimi, and then of course, honestly, the other ones are so fucking garbage. I don't even know who the fuck
The
made them.
Amazing Spider-Man. In the MCU Spider-Man, you didn't like any of those? Those were
I was getting to it. I was just saying the next two were straight up like I don't even know who the fuck made that bullshit. Actually, no. You know what? Maybe it was just the actor. But I did like the ending. But go ahead. What are you gonna say?
Don't let him cap, man. When he saw that movie, we were like the
What?
day after he saw those movies,
What?
he was like, I almost cried. They killed Gwen Stacy.
Oh, no.
Over here. He was real sad about the movie.
It's funny that you said that.
So don't be capping on how
That-
trash they were.
No,
You were watching them real close that day.
That's funny that you said that because that's why I took back like just a second ago. If you heard me, I said, "Oh well, maybe the director was pretty good, and maybe it was just the actor." I literally just took that back. That thought actually came to me. I was like, actually, I kind of like the ending of that when they murdered Gwen Stacy. I kind of like that.
He was like, man, I was so depressed, and oh man, I almost cried. I was like, yeah, boy, it was a dark
Actually,
ending.
funny story about that.
Amazing Spider-Man had originally like, man, one of the sweetest ending movies because it's dark. You know what I'm saying? Like, you made him sour. That's Homecoming movie, and then when he came back, that was like he redeemed himself. And,
redemption arc.
you know what I'm saying? And that
Right.
redeem right there really made me proud of.
I see what you're saying.
The Spider-Man universe. You know what I'm saying?
No, I mean,
And then you can't forget about the Spider-Verse. You know what I'm saying? Those movies coming up, animated style.
but we're talking about the live action. We're talking about the live
but I'm saying
action.
you can't sleep on those either.
But yeah, no, I mean, all right, Romeo, you're up, baby. I guess what? We got 3 different iterations of this, right? We
Yeah.
got the first 3, we got the second 2,
Yes,
and then we got the final. Is it 3?
Spider-Man 3, yeah.
No, is there 3 of them with
There is 3
Tom
Toby-
Holland?
Tobey Maguire.
No, I'm talking about Tom Holland.
Tom Holland.
Oh, Homecoming,
think
Far
that's
From
3.
Home, and No Way Home.
Okay, so we got 3 Tom Hollands. We got 2 of the whatever the fuck his name is,
Andrew
and then we got whatever, and then we got 1 of the GOAT. So out of those 3 that we're talking about, right? Those are the live actions. Of course, Spider-Verse. I think Spider-Verse might just. I mean, if we're
I mean, they did have little bits in there with.
No,
the
I'm just saying,
animated,
Spider-Verse
live action.
is
It
kinda
a
like
part of it.
it's his own thing. So we're talking about these 3, right?
Yeah,
Go ahead,
specifically Spider-Man
go ahead, rank
original.
them. Do not let me give you
Spider-Man
any
2.
bias, Romeo. Go ahead.
Okay, so the Tobey Maguire movies, keeping it in those 3 ones.
Yeah.
Absolutely iconic. One of the best films I've ever seen. Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3. are we ranking all of them? So
No. I guess we're
within
looking
the
at
trilogy.
Yeah. No, we're looking at the one set, the second set, and the third set.
Okay, out of the trilogies,
Yes.
these are the best. Okay, all right. So if I'm going with Sam Raimi's original 3 films, Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3, I'm gonna have to say Spider-Man 2 is probably the best film.
All right.
Mostly because of the villain, right? Doc Ock.
Doc Ock.
The connection between Peter and Doc Ock throughout the film, and also the story of it being really human. Spider-Man loses his powers in Spider-Man 2. He kind of has the worst time of his entire life. He's constantly beaten down, and when the city needs him most, he comes back, and it's kind of a story of triumph. I love how it's a good film. It's a good film.
No, it was very theatrical. The way
Very
that the way that they directed it, it was very very theatrical in the way that was almost like a play. Like, you know, they had like a lot of the first act, second act, third act, you know what I mean, and so on. We actually recently did watch that in San Diego.
Oh, we did.
Yeah, they actually had
I just watched them like 2-3 days ago myself.
Okay.
And they're just great
Rewatchable,
movies.
timeless.
Man. They're timeless.
So
They're
I mean,
timeless.
what was your favorite part, Rashid, in Spider-Man 2?
My favorite part? I would have to say the bank scene when he tries to steal the bank.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, yeah. Oh,
Homeboy
When he's
from the
stealing
soup.
money from the bank.
yeah.
What's his name from the soup? The actor.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He was in
I
there.
know what you're talking about. Yep.
Because I really liked him. He's also in like
Community.
Community
Yep.
and some other stuff. Animal Control right now. It's real popping.
Actor
Mine
Doc
has
Ock.
to be the Usher scene. Where, you know, Spider-Man walks in, the Usher's like,
Oh yeah.
Oh,
you know,
you
and
like
he's
that
like, oh,
part?
ties his
Yeah.
shoe. And then he
He just-
takes another step and he's like,
Oh,
oh,
my God.
fix the tie.
Yep.
You know, and he fixes the tie and he's like, third step, and he's like, how can I help you?
Yeah.
You know,
I feel
oh,
like-
sir, no one will be seated after the door.
You're late.
closed.
You're late.
You know,
I feel
So,
like that's like
those-
so New York.
So yeah, but like the actor also, which is he was the executive producer of that movie, and
Oh,
he did
no way, I
Evil
didn't know
Dead.
that.
You know,
Yeah,
homeboy
isn't
that
he in
did-
every Sam Raimi movie?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
He
That's
also
cool.
Did,
Sure.
He also did all the Evil Deads and the present Evil Deads, which is like the TV show. I don't know if you guys seen the series Evil Dead. That one was also like really really good.
Damn.
Hey, no way.
What
Yeah,
about
yeah.
you, Romeo? What's your favorite scene in the
Oh,
movie?
Spider-Man 2. Oh man, my favorite part, hands down, is that moment when what's his name? J. Jonah Jameson, right? He's like, man, maybe we needed Spider-Man. You know, the city, it's going down. and then he steals his costume. And
He just flips by.
He's a
Yeah.
menace. I love Spider-Man. And then it cuts into him swinging, the freaking swinging scene. He
Yeah.
comes back and he encounters Doc Ock. That scene gives me chills. I love it so much.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Love it
You
so
know,
much.
when in the comic books, they like in an interview with Stan Lee, they were saying that he had
Chills.
like they took like that scene almost scene for scene in the movie where he like goes to the trash can, he throws his suit. in the
Yeah,
trash
yeah.
can,
Yeah, I
and
remember
it's
that
raining,
comic.
And he says those epic lines
Yeah.
from the original comic book, like
Yeah.
I am Spider-Man no longer.
Yeah.
Like that one was I was like, oh, they did good fan service right there. Boys.
Absolutely.
Boys and girls fan service was different back in those days, man. Not enough, you know.
They
now
don't- they
give
don't
you
do
all
it
the fan
anymore.
service. They don't give you as much fan service.
No, they definitely don't. I guess for me, when I was watching it last, I think the one part that just got me the most like invested in the movie, it might have pissed me off, but at least I was mad, was when he was rejecting Mary Jane for like the second time and they were sitting down at the fucking table across from each other. And and finally she's throwing that pussy at him once again. And he knows he wants it. He knows he wants it, dog. He knows he wants that pussy, dog. And shit, he still is like, nah, and I'm sitting there in the theater just going, "You fucking idiot, bro!
Nah.
She's throwing it to you."
Nah,
and
nah.
he's like, "Nah, bro." I
No,
can't.
but think about at what point that film.
I get-
He
I get-
also thought right there on the point, like,
No.
I'm Spider-Man.
Listen,
like,
no, I get it. I'm not saying I don't get it. I'm just saying it pissed me the fuck off, and which was a good thing. It was
a hot
like
take.
I was invested. I was getting mad.
That means you felt it.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
getting mad at this shit. I was like, "Yo, why is he motherfucker?" You know what I mean?
no, that's your bitch.
Yeah.
You know that's your bitch.
You gonna
Like, why
work it out. You gonna work it out, man. Why you gotta reject her like that? He's like, "Yo, are you sure, Peter?" And he's like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
I'm fucking sure.
On second thought,
And then,
I actually can't. I actually can't.
and then the car like comes, the car comes.
Yeah. Epic slow motion.
The car's just coming in the background, and I'm just going, "You fucking idiot! You suck!" You know what I mean? And so I just think that got me like emotionally
Go back
involved.
to another scene that was like one of my favorites too. When he's got like that 7-minute window to get the 10 pies to his place.
The beginning of the movie, right?
Very beginning, and he ducks into that alley and comes out as Spider-Man, and he's got the pizzas. That dude comedian, he's like,
Spider-Man.
he stole that man's pizza. That's why I was like, classic, classic.
Yeah, no, Spider-Man 2. Obviously the train scene. There's so many just iconic scenes in that one. So, real quick, Romeo, just rake them out. I want to hear everybody's, but so you got the first set of 3, the second set of 3, and then the last 3.
Yeah.
Where are your rankings?
Okay, rankings.
So just go by actor, I guess. So we'll just go with Andrew Garfield,
actually, I would like to hear
Tom
more
Holland, and then
I want to hear what's the first all 3 numbers, right? Of the first 3. Let me hear what you want on those, like which ones you like on those in the order, and then the other 2.
Yeah. Pick out one. Pick out one from those.
Pick out one from
the movies, like these trilogy. So you already picked out Spider-Man 2, for instance.
Oh, okay.
In the first
so like
one.
it'd be Spider-Man 2, and then which one? Which one do you like right after?
Yeah, which series do you like after that, and what movie from that series?
So now we're switching to Andrew Garfield's movies.
If you want, or you can go to Tom Holland's. How do you rank it? So
I would definitely put the original Sam Raimi movies as number 1.
Okay.
Tom Holland's movies second.
Okay, but what movie do you like out of Tom Holland's movies?
I mean, obviously, it's
to be completely honest,
No Way Home.
I really didn't feel like Tom Holland had that much of a great film. The only real film I really connected with was No Way Home, which was the multiverse film where they included everybody. That was my favorite one because you saw Tom Holland grow. You got Aunt May dying, which was like a really cool callback to Uncle Ben, like his canon event.
Right.
The fight between him and Green Goblin was brutal. It was really great.
Okay,
they made him real justice in that movie.
The other 2 Tom Holland movies, in my opinion, are low-key trash. He's like Iron Man's.
The only thing I did not like is that he smashed his original
So,
Green Goblin mask. Like, I wish he would have just kept that bitch. Like, why not write it where he like presses a button that shit just lifts up in his back? It's part of his suit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Instead of like, he has to physically take it off and he hangs it and it's talking to him and then he snatches it. And I'm like, well, great. Now in the rest of the movie, you don't have the fucking mask. Like, I would rather have you with the mask.
Well, you know what happened there, right?
Well, he grew.
No, you don't know what happened there, right? Hold on, you're talking about Tom Holland breaks the mask?
No.
That scene with Willem Dafoe as Green Goblin.
Yeah, as Green
where he
Goblin.
breaks his.
Yeah. You know what that happened, right?
Why?
Because of fucking Mandalorian, because these fucking actors, they want their fucking face on there, and they always, I'm not getting enough face time. I don't want to put on the mask. Just like with the Mandalorian, the guy, he didn't want to. Come on, bro. Like I want them to see my face, and the guys are like, "No, bro, you're the fucking Mandalorian. Please, I'm gonna quit if you don't let me pull it. Take it off." You know that.
But I mean, realistically, you can do that, especially when the way they did it was really, really done very well. Like, he went into his little house, and the only way to take the mask off is nobody can be around, and you have to be by yourself. The only thing that was there was obviously the camera, but it's just looking through the eyes of
no, I get what you're saying, but this kind of
really didn't take it off as a.
This kind of gets me to my whole fucking rant, like. Motherfucker, I don't care who the fuck you are. You're the character, all right? You're not the actor. I don't care. Job. I don't care what your name is. I don't give a fuck if you're whoever you are. I don't care if it's Tom Cruise as Iron Man. You're Iron Man. All right, you're not Tom Cruise. If your face doesn't need to be seen that much, I don't want to see your fucking face. I'm watching the Iron Man movie. I'm not watching the Tom Cruise movie. You know what I'm saying? So, fuck Pedro for that.
I think the worst
I'm
culprit,
about to say it right now. Fuck him.
The worst culprit is the Deadpool movies when you're forced to look
at
Ryan Reynolds' ugly face.
That's stupid.
You're like, bro, put on the mask, bro. Put on the mask.
That stupid fuck might have fucked up the first movie. Luckily, he was good enough. Hey, shout out to Ryan Reynolds. Luckily, your own hubris didn't fuck up the movie because I was sick of looking at your ugly fucking face the entire time. All right? I don't want to see that shit. I want to see Deadpool with the fucking mask.
They have back and forth bantam with him and that comedian. movie and where they start roasting each other, like
Oh, in the bar.
yeah. And
Yeah,
he's just
yeah.
like, you look like a Tesco with teeth. Like that one was my favorite.
No.
I was just like, oh, that's good.
I want to see his face for like 2 or 3 minutes of the movie. You know what I mean? Shock, the value. It's not like I don't want to see his face at all,
Yeah.
but I do not want to see his face for 50% of the fucking movie. I came to watch Deadpool. All right, I didn't come to watch Ryan Reynolds' fucked up face play Deadpool. You know what I mean?
Not exactly.
And so yeah, that's one of my pet peeves, bro. Actors, you fucking pieces of shit. Yo, play the
We
goddamn
pay
role.
you millions of dollars to make this movie.
Yeah.
You
Yep.
don't want to see your stupid ass.
But Rashid, man, if you got to rank the movies, no bias, just, hey, Rashid, this is what I like. What do you got?
I got Sam Raimi as the first trilogy.
Okay, what movie out of there?
Spider-Man 2.
All right,
Okay.
all right.
Popular decision. Popular.
Yeah.
Decision. Hey, it's the decision.
Yeah. Really. To be honest, it is the decision.
Yeah, no, for real.
And then I'll say not Toby.
Andrew Garfield or
Tom.
Tom?
Thank you.
Yeah. Tom Holland's trilogy. A second. I would have to say No Way Home 2.
Okay.
Just because, bro, they brought him back.
All right,
Everybody back.
all right.
Yeah.
Bring him back. Yeah, no, yeah.
It was cool seeing the interaction between the three, especially when they first came out.
Yeah, it was cool. It
Amazing
was cool.
Spider-Man ain't getting no love out here. Like,
All right, no,
no,
that's fine, that's fine. But go ahead. You wait
saying
your
the
turn.
I'm waiting patiently.
Yeah, we'll give it to you.
You know, I'm waiting
You
patiently.
fucking cuck.
And then, then it'll be Andrew. I would say the second one for me.
All right.
I think I like the second one because I liked Electro.
Electro was.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
the story was pretty interesting. 'Cause
That's
it's
true.
like, damn, they really just fucked him up, bro. Like he fell in
a bad of electric eels.
Yeah.
And I like the fact when in No Way Home when Electro and Sandman were talking, he was like, "How'd you get your powers?" I fell in a particle accelerator with sand. He's like, "How'd you get your powers?" He's like, "I fell in a vat of eels." He's like, "Gotta be careful where we fall."
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. All right. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I did enjoy the Andrew Garfield movies because it was a different take with Peter. I would say because with Andrew, he did feel like a nerd. Like Peter himself felt like he was out of place. Like, he didn't feel like he belonged anywhere.
Wait, you're saying Andrew Garfield seemed like a nerd?
No, Toby.
Oh, Toby. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Toby.
I was about to say.
Oh no, Andrew felt like he was cool
way
dude.
too cool.
Yeah, he was,
I was like,
He was a skateboarder.
yeah, he was out here skating. I was like, that doesn't feel like Peter to me.
Yeah.
You know, it
He
felt
was-
like he was
yeah.
Spider-Man almost the whole
Right.
time.
I feel you. Yeah.
Like he didn't have a switch between Spider-Man and Peter.
Right.
I feel you. That makes sense.
Yeah.
But it was cool. I did enjoy it. The soundtrack for the second one was pretty cool too. Electro's theme.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Electro's theme was
I think it was just him like whispering, like, but with like cool
like
effects.
electric chords and shit.
Yeah,
And I was like, what the fuck, bro?
Yeah, I was like, what? This track is crazy.
All right, Angel man, go ahead. I got a couple of shocking things on this, but Angel man, go ahead.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3 favorite movies out of them. Go ahead.
It's gonna be for the first set. It's gonna be number one. Number one, the original. Number two is very like they're neck to neck.
Okay.
I like number one just as much as I like number two. They're really, really great done. But I originally enjoyed the first one more because of the Green Goblin aspect, and it was like
Okay.
Green Goblin was like one of my favorite evil villains.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
So like I originally Dr. Octopus, he's supposed to be evil, and then he turned good at the end. Like at the end,
Right,
I was
right.
like, okay, Cole, no, he's supposed to be like that way the whole time. Like, it's not the arms. The arms didn't have nothing to do with it. He was evil from the get go. You know.
No, he had AI
You know what I'm
arms
saying?
on.
So he had the AR and the chip saying it didn't make a lot of. I was like, okay, that's cool or whatever. But that's why when I'm like, yo, Green Goblin was the man. You know, he was the he was already a number one psycho, you know.
Yeah.
So like I love
Before the serum.
you know what I'm saying. Before he just the serum just made him stronger.
Yeah.
Right, right.
Like he was already fucking crazy, you know.
Back
Right.
to formula.
Yeah. Fuck him up on that shit. Yeah. He was like, "You are my sacrifice."
Oh yeah, he's good.
Like,
He's
okay,
good.
dude, this dude.
You already saw.
Yeah.
You already saw.
Yeah, I
part
like
of
it. I like it.
The second set, y'all, I'm gonna definitely put Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Wow. All right, well, just
The
explain
Tom
it.
Holland movies. Just the point of the fact, like his comedical like little breaks, like nobody did a lot of the good jokes in Spider-Man the first set and in the third set. They were just like in the third set he was like kind of just like sarcastic a little bit. You know, he's like doing stuff like the other one threw in jokes. You know,
Oh,
like
in
the
his
scene where
fighting,
he's
yeah.
like fighting or whatever, and then
Yeah,
he grabs he was like the dude grabs the knife and he's like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, the one power can't small knives,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Or like the scene
Yeah,
where
yeah.
he's like
Okay.
saving the nuclear stuff, and he like pops his legs out, and he's like pops his head out between his legs, and he's
Yeah.
like, "What are we doing here?" Like,
Yeah, yeah.
oh, whoa, and then he pops back. So like those kind of like little back and forth. So I'm like, yo, Spider-Man, he's witty, funny as hell, and annoying. You know,
Yeah.
like when
Yeah,
they're fighting.
That is true. That is true.
Oh,
He's
that's
always
why I put
he's
him
always pretty
in the
witty.
second
I can
set.
respect that take.
No, in the Tom Holland choice, don't get me wrong. I also had a little like space with him because the first two really didn't hit for me as much.
Nah.
Yeah.
You know, and don't get me wrong, like the
Mysterio
bad
and
guys
Vulture.
that they had were like, yo, Mysterio was trash.
Vulture in the first
Vulture
one.
was trash.
Yeah, Mysterio.
You know,
I mean, it was kind of cool.
and the only thing that made
Yeah.
the third one so great is that they took the evil villains from the
the-
old
Oh,
one.
yeah, I know.
and
Right.
brought them there. And I'm like, you
like
need to step your game up.
I'm not gonna lie, the third one is like a gimme movie.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you could have put that film in any one of those franchises.
You know.
Everyone, you know.
And then,
right, that's true. That's true.
and then the ending where he like gets his final
Yeah,
suit
that's
and
like,
nobody remembers Peter Parker as Spider-Man, and he gets that ultimate like original 1990s suit on.
Yeah.
That's what like made it like just a little sugar on the cake, you know, a little cherry on there. And that's my take on all three sets of movies. But I have more and more, just more examples of that kind of stuff.
No, I mean, like you were saying with the third movie, that's kind of like that bullshit LeBron pulled going to the Heat. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, that's a good movie. Like, no shit, you teamed up with everybody else, you fucking loser. You know what I mean? Like, you know what
The
I'm
reason
saying?
you're winning these championships,
Yeah, because you got Dwayne Wade and
three
Chris
right
Bosh,
there
and you got
coming
fucking
in
Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love, and fucking, there's the middle of a fucking pandemic, and Anthony Davis had a miracle fucking where he was actually healthy. But that's just my rant real quick. Shout out to my boy Brandon. Yeah, fuck LeBron, nigga. All right. But I mean, for me, first off, I always try to keep things into context. And what I mean by that is that timeline context. So, yes, of course, the first three movies were the best, but I'm going to go with number one as the best out of the three. And the reason why
Tobey Maguire films?
Yes. And the reason why I'm going to do that is because you got to understand the environment around movies back then. Okay. There was none. All right. Blade had already came and it had already passed, and nothing was really
They had like Daredevil.
no,
Yeah,
you
and
no,
that
no, no,
came
no,
and passed.
no, dude.
Yeah, with
You,
Ben Affleck.
no, you didn't have Daredevil yet because all of that was a product of Spider-Man's success, the first movie success. Everything came from that movie. You didn't. You would have
Daredevil
never.
was, like,
no,
between before-
no, it
before
wasn't.
Spider-Man.
How much you want to bet?
02?
No, Spider-Man launched the entire fucking thing. Without Spider-Man's success, nothing would have ever happened. You think they're doing a Daredevil movie?
pulling out the phone.
Yeah, pull it out.
He's pulling out. He's like fact checking it.
Yeah, go ahead. But usually you have to bet me.
Spider-Man movie.
You got to bet me unless you want to put this out. You know
you
what I
got
mean?
money on it?
You can't just try to
You got-
prove me wrong without putting some money on it. You know what I'm saying? But I know I'm right because I was there. You know what I mean?
He lived it.
I lived
Wrong
it.
without
But
money on the line.
that's why that's why I really thought that it was really important. That movie was so important because it kicked everything off. And You know what I'm saying? Like, I really thought that was a very instrumental movie. It was great. The effects were amazing when it came out. I know they look like shit now, but at the time, they looked great. And it obviously led to Spider-Man 2. Without that, obviously, you would have never got Spider-Man 2. Of course, some things will be better as they progress. No shit,
Original
motherfucker.
Spider-Man 02,
All right,
Daredevil,
shut up. All right, yeah. Like, come on, bro. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Literally, Spider-Man, because you gotta understand the context of the movie. Blade already came and passed. Nobody was giving a fuck about Blade anymore. They had 1 and 2. It was done. And Spider-Man kicked off the entire MCU. Without Spider-Man 1's success, there is no MCU. And so I just think that it was so influential, and at the time it was so new and it was beautiful, and you know, that would be my favorite one.
I think time and place is important too.
Iron Man put MCU on the map. I mean,
no,
Spider-Man didn't. Now they made more Marvel superhero movies live action.
Listen,
I guarantee you that was a success.
The common man doesn't give a fuck about what studio is making what. The common man
the MCU,
knows
you put
that
Spider-Man
Marvel,
in the MCU, they're not even.
It
together.
doesn't matter, bro. Spider-Man is a part of Marvel, right? It led to other Marvel movies, period. The common man don't give a fuck about who produced what. All right? You think I give a fuck if Disney or Sony produce? Is it Fire? Is it Marvel? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And you see that, obviously, with Disney taking over Spider-Man, you know, period. So, anyways, for me, that's the best one. Okay. All right? And because of the time and place and when it came out.
Another thing about the time and place is that Marvel was like in a financial crisis before Spider-Man came out. They sold off the rights to like a lot of their characters. Spider-Man was still like a big name, but
Sony owns Spider-Man, Blade. They own Venom. They own Ghost Rider. They own a bunch of Marvel shit. Actually, it's crazy.
Well, actually,
all the dark stuff.
Right.
You know, that's not like family appropriate.
I actually watched a short clip on this the other day, but technically Blade was still owned by Marvel, and it was their last one-stitch project to do movies.
Yeah, okay.
And they put all their money in Blade.
I mean, those Blade movies were the shit.
Yeah, they were the shit. But it was fucked up.
They were so nice.
Listen, it's the only reason why Marvel produced Blade was that was the only motherfucker they had left. They had done sold off everything to everybody else, and they were like, as a company, I'm just talking about Marvel as a company. Yeah. That's it. That's
like,
all they had.
Hurt in the pockets because we're gonna have to sell some of these.
Like they had already sold off Spider-Man to Sony. They already sold off all these guys. They just had. They were like, man, fucking dog. We gonna put our last $50 million in the Blade. You know what I mean? And it hit, and they did like $500 million, and then they came out with obviously Blade 2, but they still didn't own Spider-Man. Yeah.
They still only have
Blade. They still only had Blade. So then, you know, Sony popped off with Spider-Man. The rest is history, which led to the MCU. And, you know, so it's just, for me, Spider-Man 1 just kind of kicked everything off because, like I said, Blade had already came and passed, and Spider-Man being Spider-Man, that's what really made that. And so, you know, it was that would be my favorite one. If I go now, obviously the second set of series, I'm going to go No Way Home, and I'm also going to go Run Back to the Time and Place because look, The Amazing Spider-Man was a fucking flop. It was dog shit, and we needed some new life. And Tom Holland brought that new life, and he revitalized the character. And so for me, I'm going to obviously put them at number 2. My favorite, I'm not even going to count that third movie as a Tom Holland movie because it's really not. Yeah. So I guess for me, Process of Elimination, I'm going to go with obviously 1 and 2. And I really didn't like the bad guy in number 1. He was kind of trash. So I'm just going to go number 2 by default.
Yeah,
on that one.
You didn't like Michael Keaton?
I just didn't like that he wasn't the Vulture, right?
Yeah.
He
was the Vulture.
No, he wasn't. Was he the Vulture?
Yeah, he was the Vulture.
I thought they gave him a different name.
It was the Vulture. But see, here's the problem, though. They made the Vulture into this like super mechanical thing when, like, if you remember, like the Vulture, he just had like spandex suit on and he was like a little mutant and could have like had his technology, had the wings. That's all it is. It was like a glider.
But I kind of like the technology because it makes it more realistic.
Yeah, more realistic and modern
thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I was just like I wasn't really kind of like, oh, what are you, Iron Man, or are you fucking the Vulture, bro? Come on.
No, that does make sense. Okay, that is a good point. That is a good point. But I just sometimes you you know, it ain't 1960 no more, motherfucker.
I know. I'm just saying. Like,
So-
I mean,
sometimes that suit just ain't that
it ain't
intimidating.
It ain't it. But I'm saying like,
Yeah.
I was just like, they could have just done a little bit like, just like the Falcon was done really nice. Like,
Okay.
it wasn't super crazy, and he was always a tech guy. He was always a genius.
Yeah, right, right.
okay.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
That makes sense.
So like that kind of aspect that I was talking.
Right. You
Not this like this dude had to climb in the fucking suit and then that giant claw feet,
Sometimes-
you know.
So-
You know,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know, I was just
It
like,
was just one of
bro.
the characters.
No, that's
You know
true.
what I'm saying?
That's
And,
true.
You know, I wanted him to be like every day. I'm just wearing this suit, bro. I'm just, oh, what? Shit's popping off. Bam, wings come out. You know, and now we're doing stuff.
Yeah, he's kind of
You
like
know, I gotta cut
Archangel.
motherfuckers down.
But I don't know if they could get away with Gargamel fucking dressing up in a wingsuit. You know what I'm saying? Like they had in 1960. You know what I'm saying? Bald headed ass nigga. He's just not that intimidating. I'm just not buying it. I'm not buying tickets to that movie.
Change that in the quick writing, like in that universe, he was 20 when he got his
Right.
fortune and got.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
You know, or like in the '94 aspect when he went young again. Remember how they went and took that little temple
Yeah.
in the '90s animated series? They took him. You know, he kidnapped that old fucking mafia dude, and they take him to this like temple, and then the light comes on and makes him young again.
No, that
You know
makes
what I'm
sense.
Vulture. Okay.
You know, and so like that's why I was like, yo, there's many ways.
There's
He
many
didn't
ways.
have to be old as hell.
That's true. That's
You know,
true.
he could be young. He could have been, out there doing stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Well, for that reason, I wasn't digging the Vulture, so I'm gonna go with movie 2, and then obviously I think out of the Amazing Spider-Man Andrew Garfield movies,
This was the first one.
was the first one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with obviously number 2 because of the anime ending and the surprise ending. I just remember watching it in theaters with my kids, and I was just sitting there and I was like, oh damn, they fucking did it. And then all of a sudden I hear a and I'm like, what the fuck? And I look over, and they're over here crying and shit. And then I liked how they I was like, oh, these niggas, they cry. Okay, like they felt it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I liked that. I was like, okay. And then I love the anime style ending where he's just like off in the distance and it's like flash into her funeral and flash into the different things.
Yeah.
And I was like, yes, that's how you end a good movie, bro. You just say, nah, she dead, homie.
And it was
That's
all the
tragedy.
people that knew he was Spider-Man. Was
Right.
The captain and his daughter.
Right.
And Stacy.
And I love that. And almost maybe, and then the way that it ended, it made you want to see a 3. Brings me to the next point. Like,
I mean, that's why.
how the fuck did you get Robert Downey Jr. to play Doctor Doom? And that's like the next topic of the day. Should Doctor Doom stay dead, Rashid? I mean, or should he bring him back? Are you okay with the multiverse Doctor Doom?
Well, Doctor Doom's not dead in the multiverse. But you mean Iron Man?
Yeah, Iron Man.
Robert Downey Jr. returning as an actor. Yes.
Yeah.
I would say it'd be cool in a cameo. Like if you're just passing through the screen.
Like
or
a
something.
secondary Doom.
Yeah.
Almost like you have a multiverse, then you have like the
There
main
is a comic
Doom.
where Iron Man becomes.
There is true.
Dr.
That is
Doom.
true.
So it would be kind of cool, like if you're passing or like you're looking through some screens and you pass through something and you see Robert Downey Jr. as
there's-
Doctor Doom.
or
It's
even
too
go-
early to even tell.
I would
because
go even so
some of the
far-
leaked photos that they have of Avengers Doomsday, the few scenes that they depicted was like God level Doom, where he was like king of the world already. You know, and he had Sue Storm on the chain. You know, in like the little photos they got. That's why I was like,
Nah, they stole that from my shirt. But
low key, that was crazy how he did the shirt, and then like a few years later, they busted out that movie, and I'm just like, is this motherfucker time traveling? Or what is going on? What is he doing? Where does he get these shirt ideas?
No, back to Rashid's point. Like, I would even like to see Robert Downey Jr. come back as a secondary Doom. Like, there's like a Council of Dooms, or there's just like a bunch of them in the multiverse, and he plays like a secondary, where we get like a fresh new Doom that we can all get behind. You know what I mean? Because just being real. For me, and I'll ask you this, Romeo, next.
Yeah.
But just for me, like, bro, I can't get behind Robert Downey as Doom, I don't give a fuck if he's Jesus Christ and he plays the best Doctor Doom ever. I just can see his face. I know who it is. I know who the voice is. It's just hard for me to get back behind Doom. Now, if he was playing like a secondary Doom and we had the main Doom, then of course, it's funny, it's cool, I like it.
Right.
But just as a main character, it's just hard for me, the viewer, to just be like invested in the new one.
Because you always see him as Iron
Exactly.
Yeah, you always see him
You
as
always-
Iron
always
Man.
gonna see
You know what I
Iron
mean?
Man. So
It's-
then your mind is just gonna be like, why'd Iron Man
Yeah,
turn into Doom?
and it's like in my mind.
I mean, we have seen those roles before where you had Captain America, and he also played Johnny Storm in the first.
No, that's very true. That's very
you
true.
know, and so you're like,
But you're not embedding that person as that character as you did with
Right.
as
I mean, he
Chris
played a
Evans
really
with
good.
Captain
well,
America.
well, hold on.
Good.
Johnny
No,
Storm.
no, no.
Storm was amazing.
I love that you brought that up. But my main point with this is that a particular point, that's a good point, and I like it, is that those Fantastic Four movies, had they been iconic,
Yeah.
fuck no.
Yeah.
Okay, he could
Exactly.
not have
He would have
played.
been- he would have been Johnny Storm
Yeah, he
forever.
could not have played,
Right.
Captain America. But because
Right.
they were kind of like, you know what I mean? We let him rebirth as
Also,
obviously a super
Not
iconic.
part of the same universe too. So.
Right. I mean, so go ahead, Romeo. What do you think about it? What's your final take on this whole Doctor Doom fiasco?
Yeah. Taking it back to where Iron Man is, right? He had 3 movies, and at the end of Endgame, he has this awesome climactic moment. He has a daughter. I love you 3000. He snaps away half the universe, brings back everybody to life. It was the perfect ending.
true.
He had everything. Iron Man
Well,
died
he didn't bring
in a
everybody
great way.
back to life. The Hulk did. What he snapped was
Yeah.
Thanos out of existence and all his army.
Yeah,
Right.
Okay, you're right. You're right. But
Which I also had a big problem. Well, not to cut you off very much, Romeo, but
Okay.
the one little take I had about that movie was I was like, okay, if Thanos, it took almost, it almost killed Thanos when he wished half the people gone, and it almost killed Thor when he wished half the people back, or Hulk.
Yeah.
But Iron Man only took care of one ship, one armada, one bad guy full of guys. Like, so the most, like, say 5,000 enemies.
all right,
he shouldn't have died.
He's a human being. Thor's a god. Hulk is the Hulk.
I mean,
Yeah.
Hulk and what I'm saying is,
Hell no.
Thanos had the Thanos was. I
You're
don't
just
know if
saying
he's
the
as
level
strong.
of power.
Yeah. I mean,
No,
half the universe.
But if you think
Fuck
about it,
no,
though,
How did
nigga.
it not kill?
Hell
if
no.
5,000
You're
people
crazy,
killed-
nigga. You're
5,000
crazy.
people
He's
killed a normal
definitely
human, right? How are trillions and trillions of people didn't
but
kill
if you
Thanos?
think about it, one Infinity Stone would have killed anybody.
Because
Because in Guardians
in the
of the
Guardians
Galaxy, if you would have touched it, even
Yeah.
the girl touched it. The collector's
Yeah,
assistant,
yep.
She grabbed it and she is
only beings with immense
Disfiguring.
power, but
but
Iron Man had his
using
suit.
a
Yeah.
regardless, bro. Is the power still has to channel through the person?
Right, because
Yeah.
the suit is connected to
But
it.
it also comes down to this. It's not so much what the wish does, because it's just like with Aladdin and the genie, right? I could wish for $1. Okay, here's your $1. I used one wish. I could wish for $1 million. It's still
still
one
counts as a
wish.
wish. Okay.
So same thing with him snapping. It's one shot.
Right.
Right.
Cost-
He
it's gonna cost
it costs the
It's
same no
gonna
matter
cost
what.
the same energy.
Yeah, and he's a fucking human.
Same mana.
All right, so don't cut off niggas for that dumbass point. All right, anyways,
saying.
back. All right, back to the point. All right, back to what you were saying, man. Go
Like, if
ahead.
it was the power of how much power he used, it was the energy,
Yeah, all right.
right?
All
What
right.
I'm saying is he didn't even kill that many people.
All right,
so
then
I'm
go
like,
watch.
how he died?
Hey, just go watch Aladdin. All right, it'll clear some things up. for you.
Okay, bro.
All right. Go watch Aladdin. It might clear some things up.
The
for you, man.
animated original or the live action?
Original.
All right, man. So what were you saying
Yeah,
about
as I was saying, right?
the perfect send off?
Where Iron Man was in the MCU was the perfect send off. He died tragically. It was emotional. It was sad. The whole film was basically centered around it. And literally, even the beginning of Endgame, you have him hidden the helmet. He's stranded in space. He's the main guy. So I think bringing him back really downplays what happened. It downplays the sacrifice. It downplays the meaning, and it downplays what it meant in the MCU. If he could just come back, and it's like, all right, now he's Doctor Doom. I just think it kind of feels cheap.
No, I mean that's a really
I mean,
good point. That is a really good point.
It is really nice point.
From a storyteller's and this perspective, it does really like downplay the sacrifice. You know what I mean? And I do see that a lot. I mean, Angel. I mean, go ahead, man. I mean, what do you think? I mean, just unbiased, just shoot straight from the shot.
All right, man. The way I think about it is like this: we haven't seen the film yet, so we don't even know what kind of story they're gonna bring to that specific Doctor Doom.
Okay,
Right.
that's fair.
And then compared to like our first Doctor Doom from the shit, Fantastic Four movies, both times, both number one of the original,
The first two.
right.
And then
the one
don't
from
even
the
know who
alternate
directed it.
universe,
Yeah, I don't know
Fantastic
who
Four. It
directed
was
it.
only one, and then he was the worst Doom. I was just
It was
I couldn't
so weird.
It was so
It was like him
couldn't,
turning
like-
into Doom was
So
weird.
when you took, I enjoy seeing that. Like my man said, there is a comic book where Iron Man becomes Doom, and he has that suit, but then he also has those Doom powers, right? Because Doom's powers were only literally like 90% of it was the suit too, and then, you know what I'm saying. So like reality, I like that point of it where they bring him and be like, yo, in an alternate universe, he was never Iron Man. He was Doctor Doom. He has his own country. He loves his people, and he's real fucking. Oh, I'm a very very. First, he was like, he's not very evil. He's just like, yo, I'll do anything to protect my people.
Yeah.
And that's the
Right.
kind of thing where I'm like, well, maybe he can be that dude. He's just fearless, heartless, relentless. Other S's words, you know what I'm saying? So in reality, you just got to really look at that kind of aspect, because you say, oh, it's gonna downplay it, but what if in the movie when we watch it, they bring that aspect back to it, and they go, hey,
That's valid. I mean,
in Earth 818,
It's-
he's God.
It might-
But in Earth 2288, he was,
to me,
Iron Man. He already been there.
Since it's still in the MC universe, it doesn't, to me, it just doesn't really make sense, and it does downplay the sacrifice. They could spin it no matter how they want to do it. But like I said, if he would have played a significant role, not the main role of Doom in it, I would be okay with it. But making him the main villain once again, like a main character, I'm just not buying. Like I said, I don't give a fuck if the movie's a 10 out of 10. I still will never be able to invest in it. Like I'll still never be able to get over it. I'll just be like, great.
I just think
great
they're
movie.
giving us fan service, just like when they did Age of Ultron. When they did Age of Ultron, like, I believe Age of Ultron should have been like, he's just right up there. Ultron is up there with Thanos. He's up there with
Yeah.
other super villains that were just ridiculous. But they gave you that just to give you, hey, we need a filler. We're gonna give you some fan service. We're just gonna give you a whole lot of it.
Yeah,
A
I
whole
think
movie.
That whole.
So what I'm thinking is they're gonna do Avengers Doomsday is gonna be like more for us, and then the Secret Wars is gonna be that ties everything together at the end, and we're gonna put it to bed, or make new Avengers or better Avengers or young Avengers.
I think
Or the direction. Which way do you think you should go? Should we go after Secret Wars? Should we go young Avengers, where the kids come, or
like the
newer
future?
Avengers, like bring Wolverine to the MCU, or Deadpool, or other Avengers that were other, not as futuristic. You know what I'm saying?
it's
Like,
gonna be really tough. Just from, this is why I fucking hate spoilers. You know what I mean? Because I feel like I've already pieced together the Doom movie. I mean, I'm pretty damn sure the Doom movie's gonna be Secret Wars. It's not gonna build up to Secret Wars. It's probably gonna feature, obviously, all of the fucking X-Men. I mean, that's what I hate about spoilers. Is
I mean,
I already know too much. Know
Yeah.
too much. So it's
lots
it's
of
probably
cameras.
gonna be like the first half is gonna be development. The second half is gonna be Secret Wars, basically. And then the movie will probably end either as the culmination of Secret Wars or leading up into more Secret Wars. And then finally the second movie will end.
it might be like a part thing, like with Infinity.
Yeah,
War.
like it might, like
That's part of it.
the end of this movie might lead into more Secret Wars, or they could end it and that was Secret Wars. It's gonna be one of the two, and that's just why I fucking hate spoilers. Because I could already see fucking Cyclops crying, so that means that something happened during the war event. You know what I mean?
they're just gonna take the best characters.
That's why I
out
hate
of
this
all
shit.
of their
That's why I
teams
don't. That's
and
why I
make
like to
the
come
new
into shit
Avengers.
blind.
right? So like, who do they think they're gonna take from Fantastic Four? The X-Men. You got, is Wolverine gonna be in there? Is in the original Avengers, who's left?
No,
Is the
no,
Guardian's gonna be there?
no.
Wakanda's coming back.
Wolverine's definitely not going to be in there, and the reason why is they got to kick off the whole fucking X-Men. They got to kick off the whole X-Men franchise. Yeah, like we're talking about.
I mean, we already had 2 sets of X-Men's.
No, hell no. We got a whole.
need a
Bro,
third.
we're
We
doing
need a
the
third?
X-Men.
They're gonna make
We
a
are
third.
doing the X-Men. That is definitely happening.
I mean,
If
I'm
it doesn't,
thinking
I mean, they already
if it
cast
doesn't,
Cyclops.
no, if it doesn't, it is probably the worst mistake Marvel has ever made. Because you got to remember, Avengers is like the fucking D team. All right, they're the fucking losers. X-Men ruled the 90s. That was Marvel. So, like, yeah, if you're dumb
They
enough.
definitely put them back on the back burner.
Hey,
I
it
do
ain't the
agree with
90s no
that,
more.
but-
The X-Men on the back burner now.
That's
crazy.
crazy. No, X-Men 97 was so huge. It was the best thing Marvel ever produced, probably, definitely during the Disney era.
Shout out to
Because
97,
Disney,
Absolutely
has been
epic,
absolute garbage, but 97 saved the entire fucking Disney Plus app, or everything that you produced was fucking trash on there.
Hey man,
So-
I like that Will Smith pole to pole pause.
So, I mean, you know what I mean?
That National Geographic had me at the edge of my seat.
No, I mean we're definitely getting, we're definitely getting the X-Men, but this kind of brings us to the next topic because you mentioned Ultron Angel, Rashid. Man, what is your favorite out of the 4 Avengers movies? What is your favorite?
My favorite,
Yeah.
I would have to say, Infinity War.
Okay.
That's strong.
Yeah, just because it was
mean, it is
cool
a hitter.
seeing everybody come together for the first, just all the different teams meeting.
Yeah,
It
that was cool.
Because you're thinking like, how are they gonna meet? And then the introduction of Thanos just coming up, bro. That whole opening scene was crazy.
Yeah.
Except for when,
You are about to be saved by the children
Oh, I
of
love that
Thanos.
dude.
Yeah.
Squidward?
Yeah.
He was, the way he talked was really like I really.
Yeah,
enjoyed
he
that.
really killed that part.
Like, there will be judgments if I bring you to my master with the stone still attached. That dude was really great, but he was like, you're about to be saved by the children of Thanos. You should be grateful. And I'm like, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah, that's
That was
crazy.
crazy.
We're about to kill you. You should feel good. You got this far.
Mine's definitely, Age of Ultron, bro. I will
Oh
put
my
Age of Ultron
God,
as
bro.
a top
Great.
every time, bro.
why y'all say that's crazy, bro?
Bro, like
crazy.
Age of
Fucking
Ultron had
insane.
its own super
It's
series.
obviously the worst. It's obviously the fucking worst.
In another universe, Ultron won,
I think
and he
you're-
destroyed the entire galaxy.
I
and
think
then
you're
went
blind
to
because you like
multiverse.
Ultron as a character.
yeah,
I really loved it.
You just like him.
Yeah,
as a
you just
character.
like
But the film
Ultron.
itself was not that
Nah,
The
and then,
movie itself was, dude. Oh,
and then first off,
Josh Lee,
right
are you kidding me?
right out the bat,
writer director Josh.
yeah,
Lee,
he's
get
obviously
the fuck out.
yeah, he should be called Josh the fucking idiot
Oh.
because Wanda and obviously Pietro are not enhanced fucking people.
Well,
It should-
they
that
couldn't
was-
put mutants in the
I
fucking
don't
you
give a
can't
fuck.
put
Don't even
mutants.
put him in the
You couldn't
movie
put
then.
mutants
Don't
in
even
there.
put him in the movie. Don't put him in the movie.
What other speedster would work there?
What other speedster?
Give me that one. What other sorceress would work there?
Oh, speedster. That's a good question. Marvel speedster. I guess what is there? So there's
Besides Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch.
well, you don't even need Scarlet Witch. She was just there for no reason.
I mean, you could have gone with Jean Grey there.
Yeah.
That's another mutant.
I mean, you didn't even have to address
All
their.
the other all the ones that were
you
enhanced,
could
there's no other enhanced.
you could have just said they were born that way.
I would have been like, oh, they're mutants.
I wouldn't have said mutants. I would have just said. I would have just
been like, yo, it's
I would
Marvel.
have just said these unidentified beings were born, and you know what I mean. That's it.
sound like aliens.
or
They kind of are. They're
or like the
mutants.
ultra. What are the ultra humans? Those other ones. Those from
But-
Elementals.
Inhumans?
Yeah.
In the Inhumans.
Anyways, I was not getting over that. I was like, what the fuck?
No,
Boy.
I also
Yeah,
did not
that's
like that. I'll give you that. That was probably one of my only things about it. But the everything else with Ultron made was just
No,
made
I love the
perfect
voice
sense.
of Ultron
And
too.
the voice they did the great.
Yeah, he was
actor
great. He was great.
From,
Blacklist.
from the Blacklist. You know,
Right.
that dude was great. But the only
I think he's in The
problem that
Office,
I could
too.
Probably say, yeah, was the Quicksilver and the Scarlet Witch, and I'm like, but why would you have in their enhanced? But in their universe, they're not even Magneto's kids.
Yeah,
They were just two regular folk from some other country
yeah.
that got experimented on.
You're only making me not like
You
the
know,
movie
so-
more. You know what I mean?
You
Yeah.
gotta think about it like this: when people say
I just didn't like the pacing.
say I don't like that movie because of this and that, I agree. I didn't like it because of that either. But I'm just like the way I think about it in my head. I go, it's just that was a different universe. In that universe, they wasn't. You know, in that universe there ain't no music.
Yeah, that's called making excuses for your favorite
Just saying,
director.
it made me sleep better at night.
That's just called making an excuse for somebody that doesn't know better.
Okay, bro.
You know what I mean? Josh Whedon.
Josh Whedon.
Great job.
Okay, bro.
Great job with that, buddy.
Okay.
Yeah, that Hulkbuster versus Hulk scene was fucking fantastic, bro. I fucking love that scene, bro. That scene was. The nigga came out here, and, bro. Like how? This nigga said, "Give me another arm, bro." And they brought him a whole nother arm.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck?
Yeah, it's
I'm
like-
calling. What did he call that?
A few cool moments.
Friday.
Friday. No, that was the AI, but the
Oh, what it's
the
called?
satellite that brung down the
Oh.
fucking whole piece
Yeah.
that suited him. She was like, "Oh, I'm calling." What was her name? He gave her some girl name.
Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah. I was like, "Oh, I'm calling Darlene or whatever." And like, here comes the fucking thing. Shoots off. It's holding on. He's like, "I got spare parts."
It's kind of funny. Technically, that's Iron Man's first sacrifice because he sacrifices the missile through the portal, but then he just comes back.
Yeah. Well, he falls back.
He falls.
Fell back.
He fell back. But yeah.
You know, got caught. Got caught up.
What about you, Romeo? What's the favorite one?
Best Avengers film out of the four.
Yeah, out of the four.
Man, I was really thinking about it, right? I was almost going to pick Infinity War for the ending because, I mean, it was great that it was sad. and
Yeah.
everyone
Everybody
died.
lost. They
But
lost.
I can't lie. I love Endgame. I'll never forget
Endgame
the
was-
moment when Captain America took Thor's hammer and knocked Thanos up. It was so good. The theater exploded the moment that happened.
Yeah, that's true.
I just
That's true.
It
Absolutely
has
love
gone
that.
down as one of the greatest movie scenes in like
History,
human
bro.
history.
Human
Like,
history, bro.
oh, that was it
chills.
was really, really well. Like I said, it's either gonna be, I'm telling you, it's Age of Ultron, Endgame, Infinity War, then the original.
Oh my God, dog. This is the
original.
worst list
That's how it's
possible.
going down, baby. I'm
That's
sorry.
how
Now,
the
I am a
worst
little
list
biased.
possible.
No, it's
Ultron is one of my favorite.
You just like Ultron.
Yeah.
I can't listen to
I mean, I guess that's why, I would have never guessed, but that's why it makes this pod kind of cool. You hear different perspectives.
Said you wanted to hear different.
That's a good
I'm
one.
unbiased. I'm feeling very judged right now. It's supposed to be unbiased.
Yeah, I'm
Motherfuckers
fucking
talking
judging you.
shit.
I'm
just
fucking.
saying,
I'm definitely
okay,
judging
well,
you.
y'all. This is why y'all had me on here, right?
Yeah, you're right.
I ain't about to sit here and suck off Infinity War all day like King's and Booty Chain Hole over here. I mean, I'm just saying.
Oh, he said Endgame.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Okay.
It's
Nah,
different out here. We grew up in different generations.
nah,
But
definitely.
like, it's different. Everybody likes different shit. The way
Nah.
they do it. You know, I was always a big fan of Ultron.
No,
Including
no.
from the original comic books.
No, I like it. I like
what
it.
I'm saying?
I like the take. I mean, I don't agree. I mean, if I had to list them, I would probably put like, I'd go 3-1-4-2. Just right off the bat, because when Thanos wins, I just think that
Infinity,
That's Infinity.
Endgame,
No,
one and
Avengers.
No, he
one.
said Infinity, Avengers, Endgame, then Age of
no,
Ultron.
he said 4, 3, 2, 1.
no,
He said-
3-1,
Four,
Oh.
two.
3-1-4-2.
I got you.
So it's Infinity War, Avengers,
Yeah.
Endgame, then Age of Ultron.
Yeah, so Infinity War for me, and it was just because the way that, God damn, that movie was so fucking good. Like, just the way that it opened with just Thanos beating the dog shit out of Hulk.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And
He had the Power Stone.
It was okay. It was cool because I'm like, damn, he beat up the Hulk. But why they?
that was a
leave
good point.
But why they leave? He didn't use it though.
No,
Okay.
no. Well, he had the gauntlet, and the Power Stone was already feeding him the power. Right now, he has other power. The other power is like where he already has the strength. He's powerful. Right? He's a Titan. You know, that's
Yeah,
where
yeah.
he's the last Titan from planet Titan. You know what I'm saying? So like when he had that Power Stone, it already gave him more more superhuman strength, right? Number two, because I'm like, how are you gonna beat up the Hulk? There's only been two characters that even
that's
survived
true. That's true.
being the Hulk, and that was like Juggernaut was one of them, and he barely woke up, you know. And then the other one was Thor, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He almost killed Thor too.
Yeah,
So I'm just
yeah.
like, but when because he had that Power Stone. That Power Stone probably gave him so much more.
Yeah, no.
And then you add like say, right? He's been a Titan, right? He's been a king. He knows how to fight.
That's
Motherfucker's
true.
Been fighting since the planet.
Yeah.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's valid
You
because
got-
that's a good point.
You know,
him.
he's
You
just
saw
raw
him,
strength,
like,
but he don't know how to.
strategically strike the Hulk.
Yeah.
Like he hit that nigga in the neck. He's like,
yeah.
his arm
My arm just died. Like, yo, he hit him with that 1, 2, 3 knee combo. I was like, it's over.
Yeah, because it's true.
I was like, whoa.
I thought he was about to bane him for a second.
Yeah.
I was like, hey,
Hey,
My
that-
man's was like, let him have his
Hey,
fun.
hey,
You know, I was like, yo, let's get it.
that motherfucker Bruce Banner don't know how to fight.
He
He's
don't
just
know
a
how to
fucking
fight.
nerd.
Yeah, he
But
is,
yeah,
you
Titan. Yeah, Thanos. You know, he took it a couple of. Yeah,
classes.
he took some MMA classes. You know what I'm saying? He might put you in the rear
He's a
naked.
black belt
Didn't
versus
come
a
back
white
out
belt.
again.
Oh no,
and
no!
fighting, you know what
I
I'm saying?
definitely always hated. I hated the fact that they gave him a redemption moment. So many redemption moments, and he didn't take it. And I think that's just Disney just trying to end like male
raging
testosterone. You know what I mean? It's just like
That's what made him the Hulk, bro.
I know.
that's why-
that was
that's
so
why-
weak. But
that's
I think
why
that's a
Incredible
Disney
Hulk-
call. I think that's a Disney call.
That's why Incredible Hulk was such a better movie than the first Norton Banner Hulk.
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
Yeah. Oh, I wish they would have had it. Now I was pissed when I first saw that they moved to Gruffalo, and I was like, okay,
Yeah.
that's fuck crazy because this dude already did such an amazing
Did such a good
job.
as a Hulk.
Like
Edward
including
Norton.
in the end where he was like, and they gave him the original.
Yeah.
You know, it just like in the '60s show where he's like, "I'm back on the road," you know, and then he's got to disappear, you know, and then he gave him the little piano noise at the end. I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh yes, that's what we needed." The Incredible Hulk. He's
Right.
smart enough to be
Because
like
it's
they.
still connected with the MCU.
Yeah, dude, that was the original
Yeah.
first.
Right.
You remember if you saw at the end the secret scene at the end where it first started, you got General Ross sitting at the bar drinking
And then
Green Hulks.
Yeah.
You know, and he's, slams one back, reload. And he brings him another one. Brings down it, reload. He just keeps a reload.
Right,
and then
right.
Tony Stark walks in. He's like, you're always in such good suits.
Yeah.
You know, he's like,
Yeah, that's true. They really connect. I forgot about that, but yeah,
And then when- and then when
They
it
connected the
came-
Incredible Hulk to the MCU.
Yeah.
that was the
I
original.
think they connected the deleted scene as well when Banner,
didn't know
because
that.
they talked about it in Avengers, because Banner was all like, I try to end it myself. So I shot like he said, he shot himself, but then the Hulk spit it out.
Yeah.
And in the deleted scene, you see him and I forgot where, but it's some snowy place. Like he's on an iceberg and you hear the gunshot go off. Then you hear Hulk get mad and he smashes the iceberg, and then you see a glimpse of Captain America's shield fly right by in the.
Oh yeah, I do.
Yeah, all those deleted scenes were like, it's just, I don't know, sometimes they just like didn't work, or I don't know why they would delete it. It was just too long or whatever.
Whatever.
But like,
Yeah.
you remember in the first Avengers where he was like, we got a problem. Tony Stark opens the thing and you see all the Hulk videos.
Yeah.
Right.
But that was from the original Incredible
yeah.
Hulk.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so that's why when I was like, oh, what? He already did a better job. Like, why? You know, and yes, he was amazing in Avengers. That Hulk
Yeah, he was good.
was
in Avengers.
really
I did
amazing.
like him in Avengers.
I just didn't like how they just dumbed him down the next like 3 movies.
Yeah,
First he got,
that was so
you know,
whack.
and then he didn't want to fight in the
Infinity War.
in the
Oh,
Endgame and
yeah,
get the suit.
that was
And-
so.
or then they had and now he's like living human being.
Yeah, he's
Hulk.
Yeah.
He's Doctor.
So he's Dr. Banner and the Hulk. I'm like, no, bro, like, we need the Hulk. The Hulk. I want Earthman.
I want Savage Hulk back.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Savage Hulk or Earthbreaker Hulk.
No, they definitely dropped the ball with Hulk for sure.
You know, and as Abomination as the evil character in the first Hulk movie, that was amazing because it was, and then you had the dude from where he smashed them, and it was the
Oh, the
genius,
leader?
the leader, yup. And you gave his first little glimpse of him, which was amazing.
It took a minute for them to bring that man back.
What was it? Shield Wars,
It was in the new Captain America, Brave New World.
Brave New World.
Brought it back.
Yeah, they did.
Damn.
Well, they also did a little thing when when they did the little 6-part series from Secret Invasions from the Shield Files.
Netflix series?
Nah, it was on. I was on ABC. It was on.
No,
Netflix.
yeah, it was on
Disney
ABC.
Plus.
Yeah.
It was called.
Because there was a Netflix Shield, but that was the ABC one.
Yeah, that was the ABC one.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the leader of Shield.
Nick Fury?
Nick Fury had his own show, 6-part on Disney Plus.
Oh, Secret Invasion.
Secret Invasion.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
They gave him a little tidbit on that one.
One of the
When
forgettable
they went to
ones.
the prisons. They went to the prisons. You know, and
Snoozing on that one.
you got the
Snooze.
Go to sleep.
you got the well you see the prisons there. You know, you got 4 famous little super villain prisons, which was the ones, one in the middle of the ocean. You got the microverse prison, and then you got the Hulk prison, which is the ones that are all infected.
Yeah.
Right.
The cube.
Yeah, the cube.
Yeah. So
I hear you.
that's where you see some of those. I really enjoyed that, where it was like, oh, you get to see some of those
Like
famous
little
prisons.
expanding.
Yeah, you get a little fan service.
Yeah.
All those series are just like little fan series type shit. They want to give you some fan service.
Yeah,
and
more
I like
context
that.
to the role.
So that's why I was like, okay, we got what's next coming up on that Wonder Man joint.
I enjoyed that. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
I watched it and I
You
enjoyed
watched it all? How
What,
was
Wonder Man?
Wonder Man. Yeah. I really enjoyed it because it's not your typical Marvel. Like, it doesn't feel like a Marvel TV show. It just feels like a character that's in the Marvel universe.
Okay.
So it doesn't have all the typical, like, I guess Marvel nonsense.
Right.
I was one of the trailers I saw for that was like that dude that played
No liberal
the man.
woke Disney agenda?
Huh? Yeah, I kind of felt that.
Yeah, that was the whole thing behind Hulk. But I mean, switching gears, we talked all about Marvel today. But I guess we got one last thing before we go, and we can kind of dive into it, is anime deaths. There's a lot of anime deaths.
Okay.
So Romeo, what's the most impactful anime death in the series? Something that just took you by surprise.
The most impactful death in anime. Get back to me. Let me think.
It is a thinker.
Let me think.
It is a
I
thinker.
I can definitely go first, just from my experience.
Yeah.
I think one of the first ones that really got to me, like choked me up, was when Spike dies. Spike was so cool, and just the way that series was going.
Spike
Cowboy
Lee from Naruto?
Cowboy Bebop.
Or Cowboy Bebop.
There's only one Spike, motherfucker. All right, let's just get that straight. All right, dog. Let's just get that shit straight right now. There's only one Spike.
Yeah.
Nah, but I just, when Spike died from Cowboy Bebop,
Broccoli, right?
I was just, I was just like being like 11 years old and seeing a main character die like that. Like, I thought, I didn't know shit about anime, nobody did. So I was like, wait, hold on, there's not a season 2 of this shit? Like, you know what I mean? Like, how you gonna just...
Cowboy Bebop was such a
Yeah, I was like, how you gonna just murder? Like, I didn't know that it was just a 24. Like, information in that time and moment wasn't like available. Like, I thought there's a Cowboy Bebop fucking 2. Shit, I thought the series
They
was.
didn't even have seasons back then.
Yeah,
they had episodes.
Yeah, I just thought the series was still going. I thought the shit was still being
They had
wrote.
volumes.
You know what I mean? And that was just like. I think that's one of the beautiful things about the 90s and the early 2000s was there just wasn't a lot of information. So you were just absorbing this stuff as is. And then they just fucking murder Spike. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, I'm rethinking my life. Like, damn, dog, like niggas die. Like, fuck, main characters die. And so for me being like 11 years old, that was like the most Cowboy Bebop, Spike die. And that changed my thought on, I don't know, just life, maybe even life in general. That it could all end one day.
For me, it was shit, man. I was a kid watching it, like when Chaozu sacrificed himself when that on the back, and they played that song.
No, that was
that little theme song they played, and I'm like, that shit was impactful because obviously I was like, I never knew that he was gonna come back, and they got the Dragon Ball.
Exactly.
But what I'm saying, it was impactful for me because I was a kid, and there wasn't no, okay, you watched it the first time, and then they were like,
Okay,
next
when you're a
week,
kid.
next week, and then next week never came.
Yeah, no,
You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
You know,
Time and place.
It took me. I was like, dude, it took me like 2 years before Chaozu came back, and I was like, damn, that motherfucker really fought.
That's true. That's such a good.
That, like that whole trio when Yamcha died, Chaozu, and Tien.
Yep.
That whole little 15 episode arc before Piccolo.
Hey, you're right.
I was like, that whole trip right there. I was a kid.
Hey, it wasn't.
It wasn't I'm about to just watch and continue watching.
No.
Now we got to wait until next year till they finish more of the manga. Now it's just more fan service.
No, you're definitely right, there, bro. There was not. It was not Netflix. It was not fucking. You could binge it, and that's what really the '90s and the 2000s. That's what's really missed on. I think a lot of everybody is that bro. He's right. Nigga, it was 2 years before we saw these motherfuckers come back. He legitimately was dead. We thought he was dead.
For real.
You know what I mean?
He was dead.
There was no internet that was telling us, well, in episode blah blah blah, they come back. No, nigga, the manga wasn't even out in the U.S. and if it was, we didn't even know it was out. You know what I mean? And yeah, he was dead to us, it fucked us up.
And then, like I said, it was 2 years before we were like, oh, that mother. And then they do more of the arc and they see that he's in the vast world and they're going back to King Kai's planet to train and, they're going to get wished back.
Right.
Okay,
yep.
that was 2 years later.
Yeah,
I was sick.
2 years later. Yeah, legitimately 2 years later.
Yeah,
legitimately 2 years later. Rashid, man, what do you got? What do you got, Rashid?
Most tragic death in anime.
For me, I would have to say Mayuri from Steins Gate.
Okay.
Just because it was so sudden. It was like, bro, why? Because you didn't see it. You didn't see somebody doing this to somebody else. You're like, how? And then it's a time travel movie. Or anime. So the main character keeps trying to go back and change it. And she just keeps dying.
Damn.
Dying.
No way, dude. And bro, I was just so out of shock when that happened. I was like, how?
Damn.
This person out of everybody in this show is this person. But that would have to be the most.
All right, Romeo. What do you got? Romeo?
All right, I got two. I got one from my childhood that I think really affected me. Definitely Krillin. In Dragon Ball Z, Frieza takes Krillin and the brutality of the way he kills Krillin. He rises up in the air, crushes his fist, and he explodes. I was like, oh my gosh. I couldn't believe it. And that being the thing that triggered Goku to go Super Saiyan. But the one that really had an effect on me was
that was a good scene.
Gurren Lagann when Kamuna.
Yeah, I figured you were gonna say that. Yeah, we touched on it last.
We touched a little bit about Gurren Lagann, but
I feel you on that one.
That sacrifice really hurt because Simone, who's really the main character, he looks up to Kamina throughout the entire series.
Right.
The guy that he wants to be, and also he's just a very charismatic character. You like him a lot. You don't want to see him go.
Yeah.
And the way he dies and passes the torch to him, it hits. It hits.
All right.
One hits me, but Krillin for childhood, Kamina for new age.
All right, no, I mean we had some good ones. I really
Chaozu was crazy.
No, I really like the way that he brought that up because he's right, bro. Motherfuckers don't realize, bro. It'd be 2 fucking years before we would see the next shit, dog.
Yeah. Especially since you came off of watching Dragon Ball, right? So you've had these characters in your life for a while. For a long time.
Oh no,
you know what I'm saying? You
and
had
the
them,
first time Chaozu died.
And then Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, I know, but I'm saying from when I can remember watching regular Dragon Ball, because that's what was on.
Yeah.
Before Dragon Ball Z continued.
Yeah.
And then we were watching Dragon Ball Z as that came out.
Right.
Like when that was the more impactful one that I remember the most where I can go back and it'll still bring a little tear in my eye.
I think what
it was
made
the
it-
music though. The music was like really. He's like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm back here, Tien. I love you.
No.
And he's like, no, Chaps. And boom. You know what I'm saying? I was like,
No, I think what makes it even more sad for sure is that there's all this like pent up, sadness, and then Chatsu goes for the sacrifice, and Nappa just shrugs it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like,
He's like, oh.
he's like, oh damn, that was weird.
When Tien,
Like, y'all-
you know, he tried to hit him with
That was interesting.
Yeah, that was look at weird ass
the same
motherfucker just
warriors that
backpacking.
So Gremlin got on top.
Yeah,
Diabolical.
like damn, he really thought. You know what I'm saying?
But you did see his back was a little singed and a little
Okay,
bit,
all right. He had a little burn on his back.
He had a little burn. He was bleeding a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But he's, Chelsea should have trained a little harder. I don't know, But you had Tien coming in the last key blast, and right before he died, and that one he's like he missed, and that was the thing. I'm like, how you gonna miss? You got 3 eyes, bro. How you gonna miss? You got 3 eyes, son. What are we doing here, bro?
Oh my god.
Y'all been training for a whole year, and remember they used the hyperbolic time chamber too.
Oh,
So they
that's
had
right.
reality. They had like 2 years
No, I mean,
of fight of training before you can So,
no,
but they were you're talking about the Prince Vegeta and Nappa.
no, that's definitely
Number 2 in the Saiyan.
Yeah.
race.
That's definitely, I mean, a good point. I mean, I guess that's just how we're gonna end this episode. It's been a great episode, just chopping it up about the MCU. Make sure that you guys like, follow, and subscribe. Obviously, that gives us an opportunity to do more and more stuff. But yeah, man, I'm Rush. You can follow me at vintagerush616.com or fucking 616 on Instagram. And I actually have a website, same thing, but .com. But yeah. That's Retros. Go ahead and give your outro.
Yeah. Thank you. Awesome episode on over 9,000. Anime, Marvel. That's what we're all about. And excited for the future.
And it's really amazing that we got to end it on a Dragon Ball scene.
The over 9,000. Yep.
And it was one of the scenes where he was like, "It's over now." Right.
That's true. That's true.
Full back circle. I really enjoyed my time here. Thank you for having me.
Of course.
And Rashid.
And
It's
Rashid.
your boy Rashid. This is great,
Good mouth.
great episode, you guys.
Yeah. Follow, like, subscribe. It helps obviously us fight the algorithm. We're just starting out, but man, that's it for me, man. You guys have a nice night, and if you agree or disagree with anything, please just be as brutal as possible in the comments.
leave it in the comments.
I'm petty enough to respond to your bitch ass, so go ahead and do it.